How profitable are Amazon FBA businesses? That's a question I get quite often. So in this video I'm going to be looking at about 100 different Amazon stores and see how profitable those are. Enjoy! Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to get new videos every week. Hey, how's everyone doing? Hopes everyone's having a great week. I'm here actually looking at 89 different Amazon FBA stores and their figures and basically to see how profitable they are. So I thought that this would be actually a very interesting topic for you guys as well. So I have a file here, spreadsheet that I'm going to be covering. So I'm going to be looking at the profitability, their numbers, and basically taking a deep dive into these businesses. So I'm sure it's going to be very interesting video. Anyway, so if you are live watching with me, just comment live, or if you're watching the replay, just hit replay. And if you like this topic, then hit the thumbs up and let me know in the comments so I know that I can do actually more of this type of stuff. So yeah, so we are going to be basically looking at numbers. So let's start. So here we have a file of 89 Amazon FBA businesses. Oops, let's actually hide their name here. They probably wouldn't like me sharing all their financial information publicly. So currently I'm in the process of buying different Amazon FBA stores. So I got this list of basically from a broker. So these are different Amazon FBA stores that are for sale currently. So we can see that there is 89 stores here. So here we have different columns here. So the first column here is the gross merchant value. And this is in millions of dollars, US dollars. So it basically means the revenue. So this one here, it's doing 3 million revenue in annually. This is doing 11 million. This is doing 7.471, 25 million, and so on. And this next column here is Ebitda. So it's basically the SDE, seller's discretionary earnings. So it's pretty much the profit. So how much profit are they making per year? And this is as well in US dollars, so meaning in millions. So this one here is doing 3 millions in terms of revenue, and then about 700K in annual profit. So basically their profit margin is here, which is in this case it's the 23%. And on this column we can see the category. So we can see that these are basically all from different categories. And then over here on the column we have amount of SKUs. So how many different products are they selling? Next is year-on-year growth, so the gross merchant value. So it means that how much are they growing year by year. And typically, I mean, we want to have at least like 20% growth. And this is basically, I mean, this is kind of their, I mean, nobody basically wants to buy a business that is going down, business that is shrinking, because there's basically just two options: either you're growing or you're shrinking. And the worst time to sell your business if it's going, if the sales are decreasing. So these two have -0, so means that their sales are actually decreasing. Then we have this start year. So when did they start their selling? Then here we have the main market, and actually we can see that most of these are mainly just selling in US. Yeah, I think none of them, well, I mean, this is actually 50% US, but otherwise it's pretty much that, and here's another one, 45%, but pretty much for all these different sellers, US is the main market. So yeah, so here we have a spreadsheet of very interesting information. So we have 89 Amazon FBA stores here. So let's take a closer look. And good question would actually be that, okay, fine, we have all this information, but how accurate is this information? I mean, anyone can make any kind of proclaims like how much revenue they are doing and how much profit they are doing. So why should we trust this? The reason is that so how accurate is this? I will say this is very accurate, because if a buyer lies on these numbers, if they are kind of not accurate numbers, then I mean absolutely nobody wants to buy them. Because if they are lying about the numbers, then I mean they must be lying about something else as well, right? Makes sense? So yeah, I mean I would say that these numbers here are like very reliable, very accurate. So let's take a closer look at what we have here. So we can see, let's start with the product categories, because this is pretty interesting to see that, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much like most of the categories are represented here. So we have home and kitchen, sports, health, oh, okay, even electronic cigarettes, home and kitchen tools, electronics, well, I mean, stylus as well, that pretty much. Then gardens, tools and home improvement, beauty, sports and outdoors, health, clothing, automotive, computer stuff, tools, home improvement, gardening, clothing, electronics, kitchen, toys, tools, beauty, arts and crafts, food processors. Yeah, so we have different kinds of categories here. So let's start looking at like what kind of volumes are these doing. So we can see that I mean, let's first look at the profitability. So this is pretty much the profit margin. Like, okay, if they are selling X amount of revenue per year, then how much of that is profit? And if the profitability is 20%, 23%, then that means that if they are doing $1 million in terms of revenue, then I mean 230K is what's at the bottom line. That's the profit that they're doing. That's what they're taking home. So let's take a look at what kind of numbers we have here. So this is 23%, 20, 30, 13, 15. Let's see what is the lowest number we can find here. So 17. Is there anything lower than 17? Okay, here's 15, 40, 13, 16% is 14. Yeah, so we can see that the 14%, or actually here's 13. So 13% is the lowest that we can find here. Let's check out, okay, what's actually median from these figures. So if we take the median here, then it is 25%, meaning that that's pretty much what sellers what kind of profitability these sellers have on average. So pretty much 13 was the lowest, and let's take a look at what is the highest. So 41, 45, Is that the highest here? Yeah, so pretty much seems like 45 is the highest number here. So they are doing 45% profitability, and this is on in tools and home improvement. Tools and home improvement. As well, pretty similar here is 44%, and basically in the category of mobile phone tripods. This means that they are doing, in terms of sale, they are doing 6 million per year, and out of that is almost 2.7 is profit, and their growth rate is 1000%. And interesting to see what is the main market. Oh, here actually US is the smallest market, so it's US is only 1/3 of the sales, so that's pretty interesting. And it doesn't show the amount of SKUs, but basically the less SKUs the better. And here, I mean, okay, here we have one business that is doing 60 million per year with 5 million in profit, then have 100 SKUs, and it's growing quite nicely. I mean, it was started in 2013, only selling in US, and it's compared to last year, it's growing 50%. But the issue here is that, I mean, 100 SKUs, that can be quite a bit to handle. I mean, it can take quite a bit of resources to manage these 100 SKUs. Of course, it depends like what kind of products are there, and what's the complexity, and thinking about supply chain and all that stuff. But I mean, basically the rule is that, I mean, the less SKUs, the better. And good, I mean, they are doing 60 million, but here is same. I mean, this is like 76 products, and they are doing basically only 3.3 million. So that is definitely more attractive than this. So 100 SKUs, I mean, that's a lot to manage. So I mean, at least for me as a buyer, I'm not really interested in buying a brand that has that is a lot to manage, because that means that basically I need to have staff that is going to be managing it and all that stuff. So here we can also see this, that this is basically they have one hero here. It's one SKU, and they are doing in 2 million in revenue, and 1/3 of it is profit. So it's basically some kind of product that is selling, I mean, e-cigarettes, and only selling in or main market is the Europe. Yoga mats, that's a classic thing. And here we can see that profitability is 20, or I mean, it's 18%. So it's not that bad. But typically yoga mats, I mean, these are heavy products, so you mostly are going to be shipping by sea. It's also interesting to check out when were these businesses started. So this is the starting year. So what is the oldest, what is the newest? So 2010, I bet that is pretty much the oldest. Let's see. So here we have businesses that, I mean, this was started June of 2020. So I mean, it's not even 2 years old. And it's doing 12 million in sales, 50 with a 15% profit. That's pretty cool. Let's check the other years. Here's a 2020 as well. So they have been only selling a year. But most of these are pretty much like less than 5 years old. Here's another one set up last year. So overall, we can say that, I mean, the profitability of these different Amazon FBA stores, it's around 20 to 30%. That's pretty much the range that we can see here. And then it's a good question that, okay, how does profitability differ in different types of categories? Is there a big difference? Well, here we can see that, I mean, there's many different categories presented here, and all of them pretty much have different kind of profit margins. So it's not that clear. I mean, you can agree it's not that black or white. So you could say that, hey, in this category you will make a higher profit than in this some other type of category. So it's more about like about the seller specific, finding ways how to make your products profitable in a given category. So it's not so much about the category that you sell, because as we can see, there's plenty of opportunity in many different categories. So that's pretty much it. Let me know, did you like this video? Would you like to see more of these type of similar videos where we deep dive into different Amazon FBA stores? Hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and let me know in the comments any kind of questions that you have. And also, if you want me to take a look at your business and about your situation, then just book a call with me, and it will be either with me personally or with my team, and then we can discuss further in how to help your situation and how to really build you a profitable business. If anyone is saying that the opportunity on selling on Amazon is dead, then I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. Just this spreadsheet here is an example. I had 89 different stores there that have basically built multiple millions of dollars of business, and some of them were just founded last year. So there is definitely a lot of opportunity. So don't believe the naysayers. Alright, cool, that's it for this session. See you guys later, and have a great week. Bye bye. Hit a thumbs up if you like this video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you need my help in making your business more profitable, then just book a call with me and let's talk. See you soon.